What Remains of Edith Finch? Oh, we're straight into the game. Okay, yeah, so this is What Remains of Edith Finch. This is my first time playing, so I have no idea what I'm in for. I've heard good things about this game. I'm not sure if it's really scary or not. I don't think so, but I've heard it's a good story. So yeah, we'll see. Edith Finch. I just look at the view. Can I admire the view? Guessing I have to read the book. Oh, okay.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
It looks like a lot of rooms. Oh, I can zoom in, okay.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Let's ignore the bills. Where they go. Like in the postbox.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know, or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Inches.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
I need to quickly... Oh, is that what I want? Yeah, I feel a bit better. Crouch. I want to sneak.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
It's quite the house.
The house was exactly
How was that?
the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Should I go for the front door or the
The
side?
house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
I can understand it.
Now,
It's a creepy house.
as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
This looks like a way in. I'm going to try the front door first, anyway.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Ah, okay. Oh, whoops.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Ooh. Okay, let's go to the side door. Really? Really?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Ah,
The power had been turned off the night we left.
no power. Okay.
For the first time in years,
2010. It's been a while.
I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Edith, Eddie, Dawn, and Lewis. Loving memory, Lewis. What's that?
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Oh, there's a lot of canned tuna.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of
There we
eating
go.
salmon. Except our cat, Molly. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original
Oh,
house
Edie.
after it sank.
Okay. I said Eddie, I think. I meant Edie. There's a lot of stuff in this house. It's just the first floor. Okay.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
I'll have a look around first. Oh.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
There's a lot of things. Mainly books. Let's check this door first. See if the key works.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Guess we have to go upstairs. Go back outside. This door looks like it's sealed shut.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Oh, there we go.
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh, that's creepy.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
I like the wallpaper.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 leagues under the sea. This has to work, right? There we go.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh, wow.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Okay.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
(1947).
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
1937. 7 or 9? 7 to 1947. Only 10 years old.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Okay. Am I playing Molly? No. What's this?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
No candy.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh. That's nasty, but okay.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Thank God. No, I don't want to eat the fish. Pretty dark. Can I up the brightness a bit?
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I'm locked in the room. What if I need to go to the bathroom or something? Oh, answered my question.
I kept eating and eating.
Damn, she is hungry.
I ate a lot of things that night.
What else can I eat? Don't look in the toilet, no. Don't want to force anything.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Ooh.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Oh, she's got chains on the windows as well.
And suddenly,
Down a bit more. Oh, whoa.
I was a cat.
What the hell? I was not expecting to turn into a cat. Okay. I make this jump. Oh.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Come here. I make this jump. Ah. Whoa. Okay, here we go.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Oh. Am I supposed to get up there? Can I jump? Okay. Jump. I get you. Jump.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Gonna get you. Come. Yeah.
I gobbled her up,
Wow.
and suddenly I was an owl.
Whoa.
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
So grab a rabbit. Let's do it. Got one.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I
Damn.
swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Bigger. Okay.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. But suddenly, I was a shark.
What the hell? Ah. Okay. Flip. Ah. Ow. Ow.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
What else could I eat? Ooh.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Get him.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
We get you. Missed.
I grabbed on tight.
Got him.
And I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Oh, what the hell?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh. I get underneath here?
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Let's get him. Gotta get him. Get up here. Oh no, I'm tangled. Let's get back outside. Oh. There we go.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. Under the
Still
last
hungry.
water, I swelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Oh no. Oh no, am I in my bedroom?
I got closer and closer.
I am. It's Molly's room.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that.
Okay,
I'm sure
that's
Edith
one.
would have.
So have I got to go through all of the family? That was Molly. She looks... Who's the first? Is it Edie? No? Odin. Edith is the last. Okay. That was an interesting story. Am I really going outside? I don't want to.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Rob, Lurpy, Purpley. What does that say? Is that Purpy?
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Her room was like a museum.
Ah, Odin, here we go.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
What?
Odin
There we go.
Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann.
Johann. Family curse.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Whoa.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Odin didn't even make it.
Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Oh, how do I back out? Oh, there we go.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay, that was quick. Odin was the first. Need to look for Edie next, I guess. I don't know if there's an order. Oh, here they go. Molly, Barbara. Oh, what was that? Calvin and Sam. Walter. Dawn. Was that Gil? Oh, Gus, sorry. Gregory, Lewis, Milton, and Edith.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
The moment. Edith.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Is there two Ediths? I guess Edie. Edie could be short for Edith, yeah. Yes.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
(1937).
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Everyone died. Look, yeah, everyone's passed away. Except for Edith.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Whoa.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Very pink.
It was a pretty big trace.
Oh, we got another book.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Okay, it's Milton next. Whose story next? Whose story? Guessing we have to hear everyone's backstory. Whoa. Fort Sam and Fort Calvin. Were they twins? Oh, looks like it. Wait. Calvin died first.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Okay, here we go.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't.
Seems
I think
like a
Calvin
dangerous
always
one.
wanted to fly.
Okay, let's fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Going.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
This is it.
The day he made up his mind to fly.
What?
And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Why would anyone put a swing right there? That was short. But we got Calvin. Does it say? Okay, we need We've got 3 so far.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Ah. I'm loving the story so
The
far.
passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay, should we look over here first? Not sure which way to go. Keep that open. Looks like it's gone into the sealed off room. Oh, what the hell? Here we go, Barbara.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
(1944 to 1960). Oh, here we go. Barbara's story.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, I'm supposed to do it.
Found the key. She listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Wait, I thought you already opened the door. Oh, okay.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
It's cool that I'm actually playing the like comic book segment. Straight up Halloween, okay. Do this. Oh, my controller started vibrating. I'm not even using it. Whoa. I had to unplug it quickly.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Am I going to get a copyright strike for this music? We'll see. Oh, damn.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Okay, here we go. Whoops.
Walter, are you there? Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Uh-oh.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And the worst was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Oh no. Is that our boyfriend?
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
gone.
had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
That was great. And I had the ear at the end. Okay, that's Barbara's story.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I love the comic book style story. Getting Creepshow or Tales from the Crypt vibes. It's straight up Tales from the Crypt. With Halloween in there as well. Okay, that's Barbara's done. Can I get out? We'll have to crawl back through. Okay.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Oh yeah, okay, music box.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay, can't go up there.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Oh, this is where I was supposed to go last time. I ignored it.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Okay, let's go to the music box. Oh wait, was it this way? I didn't... No, I went this way. There's so many rooms in this house. Okay. Okay, got the key. I turn the power on.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Okay, Sven. Wasn't that the one who died building the slide? It's hard to
I
keep
saw
up.
Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Okay, what the hell? Ah, good, we have lights.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh, okay.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Okay, here's Walter. Go look around first. It's kind of depressing. He has to have a picture for his view. Is that a can opener? Let's switch the lights off. Okay, I'm ready. 1952 to 2005.
I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 years.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Okay.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel warm. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
Whoa. Time has passed.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
It's not a good idea. Oh,
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara.
Ah, is this the one that hid under the bed?
Molly. And Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
No. Walter.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Wow, that's depressing.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
I want to go outside.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself.
Oh.
And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
There's a swing. How many have I got so far? Done 5. Okay, still got a few left. You didn't find out about Edie.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That is true.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery may be more uncomfortable than the human one. Three of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Okay, we got Zappy, Lappy, Fappy, Chappy, Bappy, Dappy, and Dappy Jr. They were the birds, right? Were they the gerbils? Okay.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly got the cat. Owen got the rocket ship. Sven saw. Did he die building the slide, right? Edie. What does that mean? I'm sure it makes sense. Walter. Barbara got the star.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Right. He died in this ocean, right? On the way
You
here.
could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Ah, okay. Let's have a look.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
The old house is still there. Get to it.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
It's the day after my birthday.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Here's Sanjay. Guessing Lewis's wife. There's Sanjay.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh. Climb up here.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
So this is who I'm writing the story for.
They were both pretty intense.
Sam.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Sam Finch.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Okay, let's see. Let's hear Sam's story, shall we?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
Whoops.
It's a hunting trip, Dawn.
Let's get a better picture.
Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
There we go.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Smile, Dawn. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
I don't know what I'm taking pictures of. Okay, let's get a good one.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done yet?
Does it sound like I'm done?
Nothing quite like being outside.
Snap.
Hey,
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying. I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died?
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Fine. Okay. That's some fish.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
I get in focus. Oh, it won't let me take a picture of that.
You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
Whoops. Didn't take that. Ah, what have we got?
Could have been.
Wasting a lot of film. Ooh. Ah.
Eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Oh, wow.
Great shot, Dawn!
Took the shot as I took the photo. Sad.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, I'm moving. Okay.
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Oh, damn it. Okay, run, run, run.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about
Dad!
No. That's what happened to Sam.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh, it's okay. I like that one. I mean, yeah, it's sad. They were dying.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
creepy sounds. Okay, we've got Gregory. Oh, we're going straight into it.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
What's going on with the music? Oh, okay.
It's over, Gregory. It's time to...
I was enjoying that.
Hold on, sweetie.
Oh no.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Whee!
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
Nice. Almost at it.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
Whoa. I gotta get everything in the tub. Definitely gonna get copyright strikes. Okay, I gotta knock that in.
Sure made it back.
Whoa. Can I flip him over? There we go. Whoa. Oh no. Am I supposed to hit the top?
I know how silly it
Oh,
sounds.
okay. I'm just thinking the worst is gonna happen.
But I worried about a baby being too happy. I could feel her slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
I thought the worst was gonna happen.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on.
Ah, I can still move. Oh no, I was right.
Told us
Oh no.
about the world he saw.
This is horrible.
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
Get to the plug.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. But he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Yeah, that was the person. Gregory. Oh. Wait, how old was he? One years old, not even two. Jeez. Gregory, Dawn, Gus. Duties: sweep. Dawn, sweep the trash, or sweep and trash. Gus, mop, mow yard. Greg, be a baby.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet.
We're gonna go straight into. How many have I got first? Like 4 or 5 left. One second. It's like he liked his kites. I don't know.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Oh, I get to fly the kite.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
To fly through it to get the words. Okay.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Whoops. Ah, here we go.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Uh-oh, storm's coming.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
We know what's gonna happen here.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Whoa, how the hell? Grab all of this. Grab it all.
Thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder. I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you. She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Rebel. Okay. What happened to Gus? No playing outside without permission, no answering door for strangers, no messes after dark, all chores before dark, respect. No wonder this kid wanted to rebel. Sounds like everything was like strict schedule. Oh, climb up here.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Oh, it was Dawn and Sanjay. Okay.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Dawn, Sanjay, these are the... Wait, Milton. Yeah. Let's go up.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
It's Edith, Milton, Lewis. And Dawn is the mum.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
Okay, let's go.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Again through the window. I did see that. I just want to look around. Okay, let's go inside. That's a crazy extension on the house. What have we got left? Dawn, Milton, and Lewis. And Edie.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Oh, Milton definitely had the best room. Not sure how safe it was up here, but... Okay, here we go. He doesn't have a date of death, he just went missing.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Where's the door that he painted? I grab that again. That was short but sweet. No, I can't.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
There's the door. The magic door. She's got a ring. Okay.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Oh. Let's go upstairs. This looks dangerous as hell.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Legalize it. Yeah, Lewis knew what's up. Let's go look in his room. part of a boat?
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Wonderland.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Still got his stash.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Is she in? Oh, damn.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Oh, I'm messing up. Sorry, I can't keep up. Get the fish.
His mind began to...
What's that?
wander.
Oh, okay. I'm walking and I'm moving my hand. Do the fish. Do that. Multitasking here.
I
Do the
asked him to
fish.
describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that had not names.
Oh.
He knew it was all in his head.
Fish. I can't keep up.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Oh, it's getting more detailed.
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Damn right.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Uh-oh, it's getting bigger.
Encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Lewistopia.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Dun, dun, dun.
songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Very good imagination.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won.
Was that straight up Mario?
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh no. They're gonna disappear completely. Oh wow, I'm sailing.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Yada yada yada. Give me the fish.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
Oh, which way am I going?
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for...
Let's go for sinister serpents.
Sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her...
Uh-oh. Electric sitar. Let's go with the harp.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh no, I've gone full imagination.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Uh-oh, the fish.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Go on.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
He's got a good imagination.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. We began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
He's not even doing it now, he's just imagining.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Oh no.
Including the wise Calico who had insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown.
Is he going to get killed in the machinery?
There was only one thing left to do.
Yep. It's
Then
definitely
down
not.
his head.
Don't do it. Don't want to. Slice.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Okay, is that everyone except for... Oh, we haven't got Dawn and Edie.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Oh, it's Edith's room.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now was to tell you about that last night.
Here we go. These like little clues of everything that's happened.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Okay.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
History of the Finches.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Oh, here we go.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
I was wondering if we could go back to the house.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Oh no.
I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Oh, can't see.
that night, a lot of things came back to me.
Here we go.
Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
No, I want to...
Mine. Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
No.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
Oh, that's clever. Don't blow it.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh, snap. He died. Is that it? Okay, that was great. It was short, but that was a great story. And it wasn't that scary technically, but it was still I liked each of the stories. It was really well done. Trying to think of my favorite story. I did like Lewis's story. I mean, they're all sad because they die, obviously. Sam's story was pretty good when you're taking the photos. They're all pretty good. I need to remember what else there was. Dawn's was just sad because she died in the hospital to illness. Was it Milton? Or I can't remember. Milton, the guy who was like hiding underneath the house for 30 years. He just finally decided to go outside and got hit by a train. Calvin died on the swing, which is crazy. He wanted to fly. The only one we didn't play, oh, the one with the baby, that was sad. Oh god. The only one we didn't play was Odin. Was it Odin? First one who died on the way. Barbara's was really good because it was like a comic book creep show style. Who else am I forgetting? One with the flip book. Forgot his name now. It's just one of the younger brothers. Just disappeared. Was that Milton? I'm not sure. I think the one who was I think it was Walter that was hiding for 30 years. So I think it was Milton. I don't know, I might just be remembering wrong. The very first one with the cat. And then it turned into an eagle, then a monster. And then it appeared back under her bed. That was great. Yeah, I liked all of them. All the stories. Really well done. The only one they didn't mention was what happened to Edith Finch, indeed. They never really say. That was a great game though. I highly recommend it. Lewis Finch. What Remains of Edith Finch. The end.